Guys, you can even be expelled from the school or your visa can be terminated if you're doing one of these three things. So please pay attention, and I want you to actually understand that this is something that every student goes through when they're on their journey to the United States and they're studying over there. And I understand there's a lot of limitations, but these things are rules that you should not break. So guys, the first point over here would be jobs, illegal jobs. A lot of you guys, I understand, are facing immense pressure, and you have pressure from your parents, you have pressure from your loan partner, right? Maybe you're taking a loan from some bank, maybe they're pressurizing your parents, maybe it's something else, maybe it's some uncle that you took a loan from who's now harassing you. Whatever it is, you probably have money issues if you're studying in the US. And I understand that, trust me, I have been there and I know how costly an education in the United States can be. Now, at this point, anyone would basically think about working a job. But understand this, you cannot just work any job out there. While you're a student in the US, you're allowed to work on limited jobs only, and these limited jobs also, you have some on-campus jobs, you have CPT, you have OPT. You should know the difference between these two guys. Only then can you actually move on and take on legal jobs. I have made a video right here which shows the differences between on-campus, CPT and OPT and what they mean, so you can understand what you're eligible for, what is legal. So what's really important to me over here, and trust me guys, I've seen these cases come to me a lot of times where students have come to me, they've worked illegal jobs, they've been expelled or their F1 visa was terminated, and now they're hoping to get into another school in the next 15, 20, 30 days. Otherwise, they have to leave the US. So we have done cases like that, and that's again why I would advise you to please understand, please take these precautions. Some kinds of illegal jobs and examples I'm going to be giving you over here are, let's say if you're working at a restaurant or even a company off campus in the first year, which is not allowed by the way as per your CPT rules, guys. Or let's say you're doing something like having a YouTube channel which is monetized and you're creating videos on, right? That's also not allowed, guys. Or maybe what you're doing is you're freelancing online for some extra income on the side. Now I understand these are all initiatives which you are doing on the side. You're probably not compromising on your education for that, but while on a student visa in the United States, you're not allowed to actually pursue any of these activities. The second thing due to which I've seen many times student visas terminated or their admission expelled is when they actually practice academic dishonesty. That would mean something like cheating on the tests or practicing plagiarism, whether it's in their assignments or whether it's something else. Regardless, what's important is that when you are in a school in the US, you need to understand that academic dishonesty is looked down upon heavily. So if that's something that you're practicing and you're caught doing that, trust me, the consequences are huge. Personally, I would heavily recommend that you lay off it completely. I know it's a different environment. I know that things are not as easy as they were in your home native country most probably, but you should not go ahead and resort towards these plagiarism or practicing academic dishonesty just to pass your test. And finally, this is really extreme where you would see a case for point number 3 where the student gets expelled, but it has gotten them into trouble as well in many cases. So the third one would be disrespecting cultural differences. Now, what does this mean and what kinds of forms can this take? I'll give you a couple of examples. Number one would be something like mocking other people's religion, disregarding other genders or gender groups. And these things, guys, these are sensitive areas. You need to understand you should not be commenting on these things, at least if you don't have anything good to say. The other thing that a lot of you guys have been seen doing a lot of times is staring at people. Now I understand if you're in a foreign country for the first time and you're very curious about how different people work and how their bodies are so different than yours, maybe that's something that you want to still normalize. Again, everyone's a human that you're going to be seeing, right? For the most part, if you're staring at a human being from a different country, it may not come across as a very positive thing to do. So I would say highly avoid it. One more thing is discriminating people. Please don't do that. No matter what the color of their skin, no matter what their religion, no matter what their sexual preference, do not discriminate. It's important because at the end of the day, this can also get you into trouble. And finally, there can be other things as well, but one more thing that I could find out was a lot of times what we do is we disrespect others in our native language just because we think, oh, this person wouldn't understand what I'm saying. And then you proceed to say something vile about the person next to you, literally in front of you maybe, and maybe you and your friend are laughing about it, but this person may actually know the language, or someone next to you may know the language and they might actually go ahead and alert this person. Basically, don't create problems for yourself under any circumstances. You're there to study, you finish off with your education, you get a good job, you do whatever you want, you go back to your country, whatever you want, but try not getting into trouble with these issues, guys. Because not only do you get in trouble, it also makes all of us, the community that we come from, look bad. And we don't want to be perceived as that, do we now, guys? I hope this helps, and share this with people that need to know. I'm very happy to have you here again, and you've spent some valuable time with me. So if you're interested and if you'd like more of such videos, make sure you subscribe to the channel and follow me on Instagram, where you can connect with me on Misty as well.